welcome back to the Azure Talks, where real life happens and what you say matters. Today, we'll be learning how to cook some Mexican food, which is one of my favorites, with the one and only Chef Phyllis. How are you doing today?
Hi, how are you?
So now tell us, what does it take to make this food and the safety things that it requires when we're cooking in the kitchen?
Today we're going to do chicken quesadillas, which is easy and simple. All you need is some type of shredded cheese, whatever your favorite is. Today I have mixed up Monterey Jack, cheddar, and a little bit of Mexican cheese mix. Okay, so first you need tortillas. You need some chicken tenderloin breast and cheese. So what you do now is pretty much just have your tortilla here ready,
Okay.
put it down, take your cheese, handful of cheese, okay? Spread it out on your tortilla. Nice coat. Some people like little, some people like a lot. After you do that, we have chicken here. I have chicken tenderloin breast, which is easy. You pretty much pan fry it, add your seasonings, and you're ready to go.
Okay,
So
do you wash it before you
I do wash
cut it?
my chicken before I cook it. I wash it and make sure everything is off of it. I have some tongs here. You just take it out. I have the pan going nice and hot. Take them out and you put it in and let it rock and roll. After that cooks up, on one side a little bit, you add a little bit of seasonings. This is my shorty seasoning.
Okay.
It's a 5 herb and 5 seasoning mixed together that I put together so I can have a nice and savory and good taste for your flavor.
Okay, so for the quesadillas, what are some spices that we could use instead of if we don't have shorty caterings?
Well, you could use paprika, you could use seasoning, salt, a little onion powder, a little curry powder if you want it like that Jamaican taste, or if you want like a hot taste, you could do paprika, and you could do chili powder.
Okay, great.
So now the chicken is cooked, you bring it over to your cutting board.
Now when you cut, is there like a certain way to cut it? Because sometimes like dicing it up or just like straight cutting it.
In this situation, since you're making quesadillas, you could either slice it, dice it, mince it, however you want to. In mine, I just slice it down the middle and then chop it up sideways. So I want to make sure your fingertips are in and your fingers are down. The food or whatever you're cutting is firmly onto the cutting board and your cutting board is stable. Remember that in the kitchen. Now that we have the chicken cut, all you do is just layer it out onto the wrap.
Okay, we use like one piece of chicken for this quesadilla, right?
You could use 1, 2, 3, 4, however much chicken you want. After you layer it out into the chicken wrap, you can go ahead and fold that up.
Just like this. Okay.
There you go. I have a quesadilla into the pan with a little bit of butter. It gives her that flavor. So after you do that, you put it in the frying pan and you let it brown on each side. As you can see right here, now that quesadilla is nice and brown and crispy on the top. Now the other side is browning, that is almost done. Then we'll be ready to taste it. 5 minutes, easy, quick meal, any day. Now that the quesadilla is done, we're gonna take this out with a spatula. Nice and brown on each side, as you saw. We're gonna take that, and now you could cut it in 4s, 2s, 3s, however you want to.
Okay.
Remember how I showed you how to cut.
Just like this. Right.
Now you can taste it. Here you go.
Can I take off my gloves?
Yes, you
Okay.
can take off your gloves.
Okay, let's taste.
Delicious. All right, so that was the quesadilla. Nice, brown each side, quick and easy. Anybody can make this, from ages teenagers on up to adults. If you want a quick and easy meal, chicken quesadillas is the way to go.
And it's really good. So the next food we're gonna get into is the chips and sauce that you have for us. Right?
Chips and sauce is also an easy and quick meal. What you do again, once again, is get some tortilla wraps, or you can purchase any tortilla chips at any store. What you do is you take the tortilla chips, if you're doing it from scratch, you put this over here to the side. You're just taking and cutting it at any angle you want, round, square, whatever. I'm just going to give you some straight lines.
Now we're making these from scratch.
Making
right?
them from
Okay.
scratch. I take the tortilla wrap and I cut straight lines in it like this, and then I cut it down the middle like this. After you cut that, you drop it into your deep fryer, which I have over here. Drop it in, let it fry up. Once it's done, you drain it off, you let it cool, and then you go in with your salsa while you're waiting for that to fry up. I have a garlic, herb, and onion salsa, my favorite. I can't tell you the ingredients that's in it, but I will tell you the right ingredients that you can use. My ingredients, secret. I have diced tomatoes, onions, a little garlic, a little lime, and a little dash of hot sauce. What I did is chopped up all of the ingredients, incorporated together, mix it up, and it's ready to go.
So what kind of other flavorings did you put on those chips that you just made?
The chips, you can add any type of seasoning you want. A little Italian season, a little seasoning salt, a little Mexican seasoning. Some people have like already Mexican seasoned up. I use like seasoning salt, onion powder, parsley, a little cilantro, anything in that nature to give it that spark.
Okay.
Okay, now our chips are done. I'm about to bring that over and then we can try some of the chips and sauces. Okay?
And these are not just any type of chips. They're actually homemade and they're very healthy since we just made them from scratch.
Yes, ma'am. Now that you see the end result, nice and crispy on each side and ready to eat.
Okay, let's try. Now this isn't too spicy, is it?
No, it's a medium sauce. Some people
really
don't
good. Yes. And it's kind of sweet too, like with the peppers.
I have sweet onion in it. A lot of people make theirs different. I like a sweetness taste to my Mexican food versus that hot spicy like some people do. It just gives it a nice taste.
This is really good. Well, thank you so much, Chef Phyllis, for coming on. Before we wrap up, now what's your website, your Facebook, Twitter, so people can reach you if you want to do catering or even cook for them in their house?
My website is chefphyllis@thumbtack.com, or you can reach me on chefphyllis@facebook.com. My email is shortiescatering@yahoo.com. And I also have a website that you could just go and take a look at the pictures on Thumbtack, see what you like. You could book me on there, or you could give me a call. My number is there for you to contact.
Great, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the Azure Talk Show, where real life happens and when you say it matters. Remember to follow us on Facebook and on Twitter. And remember to tune in next week.